This course is presented to you free of charge by TTJ Tech Services of www.ttjtech.biz and by Stir It Up of www.stiritup.com. And remember, stir is spelled with a U, not an I, so that's STURITUP.com. TTJ Tech Services and Stir It Up are pleased to offer this course to you to the glory of God and to the benefit of all those who listen. Welcome. All right, praise God. This is our Pages Experience Lab. And again, as I've said, we're going to give you about a half an hour, though not in the recording. If you're listening back later on, you will want to pause the recording yourself during that time while you try these things. The whole point of these experience labs is to give you a chance to try them, to try the different things that we've taught. We've learned a lot about Pages over the past 2 days, and I'll remind you that we're going to continue meeting 3 days a week from here on out. Only a few weeks of class left, not very many. I think it's 3 weeks. And the very last week of class, we're not having class on Monday, no class on Memorial Day, but we will add a Thursday session in there to finish things out. So we'll have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's May 27th, 28th, and 29th, 29th being our very last day of class for this season. All right, so we are up to Pages Experience Lab. This is what we'd like you to do. I'm going to go over some things here. I will take a round of questions, but remember, I'm not going to answer specifics on how to do things. I will answer questions that will provide any clarification on the assignment. So the assignment basically is, of course, to create a Pages document. What we'd like you to do is to create a blank Pages document and first and foremost, give it a name. Make sure you rename it so that it's listed properly in your files in iCloud or wherever you're storing it. And then what we want you to do is we want you to create a document. Now, this document, you can do anything you want. We're not going to micromanage, but I am going to give you some ideas. I'm going to give you some options so that if you're not sure of what to write about, this may help you. One of the things that we often do with our iPad class around this time of year is a summer fun document. You could call it summer fun. You could call it my summer. The title of that document, my summer plans, my fun, whatever you want to call it there, we want you to turn that into title text. So you could select that text and make it a title style. And then I'd like you to take it a step further. When you apply the title style, that makes some changes to it, but I'd like you to take it even further and center that title. Maybe try some different fonts, maybe try some different colors. And remember that it doesn't have to be my summer if you want to do something else. Another common one we do is like what I've learned in the iPad class or the iPad class so far, or my experience with the iPad, whatever you want. There's a lot of options. You can do anything you want. Those are just a couple of writing prompts to help you maybe if you're not sure what you might want to write about. And then what I would like you to do is to start writing some text, right? And remember to always put 2 blank lines between your sections, like the title and then the rest of the document and so forth. And if you want to write about, let's say, for example, you're going with the summer example, which I'll do this maybe at the end here so that you can hear what it sounds like when I do it and we can, practice that together. But maybe you're writing, these are the places I'll be going this summer. I'm taking this vacation, or I'm attending this conference, or I'm doing this. And also I like to do the following, and you could do a bulleted list of things you like to do, barbecue, swim in the pool, whatever you might like to do during the summer, you can make those bullet points. Or if you're doing my iPad experience, you could do, as we did the other day in the demonstration, the things I've learned in the iPad class, and you could bullet those. I would also suggest more than one section so that you have an opportunity to play with headings. Maybe, this is like, if we're doing the summer example, maybe, you have a section on summer foods that I like and summer activities that I like. That'd be a separate heading, right? These are some of my favorite summer fruits to eat. And these are some activities that I enjoy in the summer. These are some of the things that I really, and I don't care if you use a mechanical keyboard for this, by all means. We've taught those now. That's fair game. So you don't have to type on screen. You can type on the mechanical keyboard if you have one. That's by no means any problem. You're going to want to correct your spelling errors if there are any. You're going to want to make use of formatting tools like the heading paragraph style, for example. And as I said, maybe trying different fonts and different colors and so on. The other thing I'd really like you to do is insert something. If it's a shape from the shapes gallery, a photo, a sound, a link to a web video, you could get a YouTube link and insert that. You could even do your own audio recording if you're not in the Zoom meeting on the same device, right? And then let's see. I think those are going to be the most critical kinds of things. If you have time and you want to try something else, maybe putting page numbers in the header or the footer or something, by all means, try some other things, try anything you want. But that would be the bare minimum, making your document properly formatted with different text styles, making sure, first of all, that you rename that document first and foremost, right? And then making sure you apply different formatting styles to parts of the text, especially the title, maybe some different sections, some bulleted lists, and also, again, maybe, the use of different fonts and different colors. And then finally, inserting something. So we want you to insert maybe a shape, a media. And I'd like you to also insert a link if you can think of something to link to. So if you can't think of anything to link to, you could just say, I'm enjoying this TTJ class, and then you could make TTJ a link to ttjtech.biz, or you could say, I like Apple products, and you could put, a link to Apple products, could be a link to apple.com. But if you have something, more specifically, like this summer I'm going to, whatever, and you put a link to wherever it is you're going. If you're going to a certain beach or hotel or park or some other place that you might resort, and the link, the URL, you could also link to that. So these are some basic overviews, and I'm going to go ahead and call for questions right now. If you have any questions that I can answer to provide further clarification on this lab, on the assignment, please put up a hand. I'll give it a few seconds. I have my speech muted right now, so I'm not hearing the hands that may be going up, but I will give it a few seconds and then I'll check that out. If you have questions that we can answer, again, to be very clear, I'm not going to go over step by step because that's the whole point of the lab. I can point you in the right direction, but you need to try this on your own. So I'll answer general questions, try to provide some clarification on things if I need to. And let's check it out and see if we have any raised hands. Okay, I do see a couple raised hands. Viola?
Matt, bulleted lists. I was doing one this morning for a different project I was doing, and are you supposed to put two returns or just one between each one?
Well, between each bullet, you're going to put only one return because
Okay,
when you press the second one, it exits it turns off the bulletin.
yeah, and that's what was
Yeah,
happening. It kept saying
yeah,
list, exiting list.
right.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. All right, Cody, go ahead.
Alter. Audio now unmuted.
If I remember right, Matt, I believe when you bullet something, I believe it's Command B, correct?
Command B is bold.
Okay.
Yes.
So what is the difference between bullet and bold? I'm just wondering.
Well, bold is simply the font. You're making it bold, so you're making the text stand out. And bullets are specifically for lists. It's going to put bullets, like bullet points, in front of each item that you have in the list.
Okay, so should I look in the keyboard commands for that in my experience lab?
I would suggest using the format menu for that. There may be a keyboard command, but I'm honestly not even sure what it would be. You could look through that, but I would suggest the format menu for the bulleted lists.
Okay. Thank you. And when it comes to inserting, I know you said that there's like a couple of insert things. Like what sort of which is which? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, you could insert a shape, which is from the shapes gallery, so they have all different categories. That's the stuff that's like the clip art. Or you could do one of your own photos or videos or audio or anything you want, really.
Okay. Cool.
All right,
Thank
all
you.
right. Thank you.
All right.
All right, folks. Last call for questions for now, and then I'm going to go to all lowered hands. I'll do that in a moment once I make sure there's no other questions. And we will give you about, as I said, I'm going to give you close to a half hour here, and it'll be pretty silent. I don't know if Trainer Cliff is in here. I didn't look through the list yet, and I know that Trainer Sarah is away, so not really going to have much banter anyhow. But we're going to just leave things quiet for you to work. Last call for questions. All right. We're going to go to all lowered hands. I'm going to mute myself for a while. I'll see you in approximately 30 minutes, and we will check this thing out and see how everybody's doing.
Rob has left the meeting.
All right, folks. We will talk with you soon. And we're finishing up with about 1 minute left. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a document before we take your questions that meets the criteria that we had for this lab. I'm going to let you hear that process. But unlike what we did in the past 2 days, I'm going to say very little as I do it. I want you to hear the process, and maybe it will help you answer some questions for you and so on, and then we will take questions. So as you're wrapping things up, I'm going to start creating a summer fun document. Now, first, I'm going to put the screen share on in case we have anybody that wants to look at the screen. Okay. And I'm going to put the original audio on.
Button. More. Button.
Okay.
Low toolbar. Input URL here. Text field. Sketch party. Rob Lock. Page 5 of 5. Page 2 of.
I'm going to go to pages.
Double tap keynote. Numbers. Pages. Pages. Tax info 25. Pages file. /
Going to write a summer fun document. So let's start writing.
Pages. 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 Search. Shared. Recent. Toggle. Choose it. Start writing. Button. Dimmed. Pages. Cat screen view is on.
Now I'm going to turn off screen view.
Reading view. More. Button. Font. Changed. Present. Selected. Screen. Body. Text screen view canvas. Body. Text field. Is editing. Insertion point at start. Reading view. Canvas. Body. Text field. Is editing. Insertion point at start. Double tap to edit. Swipe up or down to select a custom action. Then double tap to activate.
Yeah,
Use the rotor to access.
First off, let's rename this thing.
Pages. Pages. Body. Text field. Blank 3. View. Blank 3. Blank. Ship. Pages. Document. Rename. Rename. Canvas. Body. Text field. Cap S. Select U R. High cap N. 5. Cap E T. Canvas. Body. Summer Fun 2025 Test. Actions menu. Button. Canvas. Body. Text. Insertion point at end. Text field. Is editing. Character mode. Insertion point at start.
Using a mechanical keyboard.
Y. Spec R. Colon. Summer. New line. New my summer colon.
Called it My Summer.
My summer. Selected.
Make that a title.
Reading more. But format. Text. Heading. Font. Body. Button. Title. Title. Selected. Title. Text. Back button. Text. Paragraph stop. Title. Button. Font. Helvetica. Selected. Bold. Font. Helvetica Neue. Button. Text. Text. Back button. More in Futuro. Button. Faro. More info. Avenir next condense. Avenir. More info. Arial heap. Area. More info. Apple symbols. Apple SD Gothic Neo. More info. Apple color emoji. Apple SD Gothic Neo. Button.
Let's use that one.
Selected. Apple SD Gothic Neo. Font. Text. Back button. Font. Apple SD Gothic Neo. Font. Apple. Selected. Bold. Italic. Button. Selected. Italic. Under. Strike through. More. Size. Size. 30 points. Text color. Black 0. Button. Selected. Align left. Align center.
Let's
Button.
center it.
Selected. Align center.
And let's change the color.
Text color. Text color. Selected. Reset. Color. Selected. Color. Grape. Cyan. Blue not. Indigo. Purple. Pink not. Red not. Orange 9. Amber 9. Gold 9. Yellow not. Lime not. Green 9. Cyan 8. Blue 8. Indigo 8. Purple 8. Blue 8. Dark cyan blue 17. Yellow. Gold 9. Amber 9. Orange 9. Red 9. Dark red 10. Pink 9. Purple 9. Indigo 9. Blue 9. Dark blue 11. Selected. Blue 9. Dark blue 11. Dismiss pages. Dismiss pop-up. Cyan 3. Cyan's indent. Button. Font family. But page 1 of green 1. Light reset. But text color. Text. Back button. Text. Heading. Paragraph style. Heading. Title a star. But update. But font. Select font. Apple SD Gothic. Selected. Bold. Selected. Italic. Underline. Strike through. More text option. Size. Size. 30 points. Text color. Dark blue 11. Align left. But selected. Align center. Button.
All right, this is good.
Selected. Align. Canvas. But my colon. New line. Body.
And let's
11 point.
put let's make a subtitle here. Let's say my summer, all about summer fun.
Cap space cap N. New line.
So we're going to have to make that subtitle text. And since we've centered the title, we want to center the subtitle as well.
All about summer fun. Cap all about fun. Selected. More format. Button. Body. Button. Paragraph style. Body. Title. Action. Subtitle. Selected. Paragraph. Text. Back button. Text. Heading.
See what that has.
Font. Helvetica no. Bold. But italic. But underline. Strike. More text. Size. Size. 20 points. Adjustable. Strike through. Underline.
Ought to bold that.
Italic. Bold. Button. Selected. Size. Size. Text color. Selected. Align set. Selected. Align center.
All right.
Canvas. Body. Text field. All new line. Body. 11 point. T. Space. Space. Various. S. R. O. Period. Enjoy. P. Space. Inspire. Space. Your. R. Space. You. Space. E. Space. S. Period. Plans. New line.
Okay, here's what I've written.
Document. In this document, we will discuss various aspects of summer that we all enjoy. Perhaps this document will inspire you to make some awesome summer plans.
All right, we've put 2 blank lines.
New line.
And let's talk about summer
R.
activities.
Caps. Colon. New line. Summer activities. Colon.
That's clearly a heading.
New cap S. Summer activities. Selected. Format. Button. Body. Button. Body. Title. Heading. Title. Selected. Heading. Text. Back. Text. Heading. Button. Canvas. Body. Text. New line. Body. 11 point. Space. Activities. Period. Year. space. Space is space swimming space period swimming space T P O L space P O S space L S ion space space U E space sure space space us space either O I T S space period hand new line it's E O space L E R
Oops.
F space Lee Shirley misspelled.
That's misspelled. I'll fix that later. I could fix it now, but we'll fix it later. Let's see.
It's R space which space T space S R I at barbecues space S space G T space P G space E G period exploring new line
All right, next heading is gonna maybe this is a subheading.
C S call new line summer vacations more format but text paragraph stop body button title heading to selected heading text
All right.
text heading to button canvas body
All right.
text call new
So we-
line body 11 point space space period year space 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 D comma sand comma space B R E comma course space space at space D E N space stores period restaurants.
Okay. And finally, we'll do one last section so I can do a bulleted list.
New line. New line. Some cabs foods.
This is a
selected.
main category.
More format button. Body button.
I'm
Title.
almost done because then we can
Actions.
Okay.
Subtitle. Actions of heading. Selected heading. Paragraph style. Text. Heading button. Canvas, scope, new line, body, 11 point, not bold, cap space, space, S, space, R, G, period, vegetables, veggies, colon, new line.
Okay, we're going to turn on a bulleted list.
Format, but text, heading, bot, size, text, align, out, bullets and lists, selected, none, button, actions available, more info, bullet, selected, text,
What you have in there?
bullets and lists, bullet, button, body, button, canvas, body,
And let's
text
type
field.
some fruits and vegetables here.
Grease, new line. S, new line.
Okay, I don't know if it bulleted. It doesn't look like it is.
List item
Oh,
bullets.
it is.
Cherries.
It is.
List S, at new line.
Oh, I didn't say that.
S,
Okay.
bullet.
Yeah.
New list item.
There we go.
It's a B, new line. H, I,
All right, now let's exit.
new line. New line.
All right. Last thing we'll do is a link. And then I'm going to insert a shape. And then we're done. I'll read it back to you. So let's insert a link. We'll just say I am enjoying this TTJ class.
cap space cap colon new line.
We'll select TTJ
TTJ
class
this space TTJ class selected
and use
bookmarks highlights comments miss links document edit copy link back button display TTJ class link to web page button link www.apple.com text field link text field peer jet a peer z link settings back button link open link button copy link settings link www.ttjtech.biz www.canvas
All right.
canvas body
Let's read the document as it is.
my summer all about summer fun in this new line my summer Apple SD Gothic Neo Regular dark blue 11 italic cap M Mike Apple SD Gothic Neo Regular 30-point line spacing single dark blue 11 bold italic center justified
Okay.
new line Helvetica Neue black 0 not italic all about summer fun 20-point.
So that's good. So we know all those formatting changes worked that we applied.
New line. In this document, we will discuss various aspects of summer that we all enjoy. Perhaps this misspelled body 11-point not bold Helvetica Neue natural alignment.
Good.
Document will inspire you to make some awesome summer plans. New line. Summer activities heading 18-point bold Helvetica Neue. New line. My family and I enjoy numerous summer activities each year. One of our favorite things to do is body 11-point not bold Helvetica Neue. To go swimming, be it the family pool, public pools, hotel pools on vacation, or water parks misspelled.
I don't think that really is misspelled, but we'll check.
You can be sure to find us either in the pool or by it, perhaps with lemonade in hand. New line. We also enjoy the leisurely pace of summer, which allows us to either host or take part in cookouts and barbecues, day trips, and lots of eating out, shopping, and exploring.
Now I would look at that word leisurely because it doesn't sound right, and I think it is misspelled.
We all summer, we also enjoy the leisurely misspelled.
It is, so we'll check that in a minute.
Cookouts and new line. Summer vacations cap S. Sierra heading to 16-point bold
Okay.
Helvetica Neue.
Good. Heading to
New line. We will once again enjoy spending several days at the beach this year. We quite enjoy playing body in the water and in the sand, shopping on the boardwalk, and of course, eating at many of the ocean-side restaurants misspelled.
Oceanside. I guess that's how you do that. And I
Restaurants period.
want to add
N space spend. It's space U-S park period parks new
I added a sentence there.
oceanside restaurants. We will also spend time at a few local amusement parks.
Okay.
New line summer foods cap
And
S.
that's a bullet.
Sierra heading 18-point bold.
That's a heading.
Helvetic new line. I really enjoy various foods on the grill each summer, along with enjoying many summer fruits, body, and vegetables. Some of the summer fruits and veggies I enjoy are new line. List item bullet, blueberries, entered list item bullet, cherries, list item bullet, corn on the cob, list item bullet, zucchini. New line, exited list. I am enjoying this TTJ class. New line.
Now let's double check.
I am enjoying this TTJ class link
Yep.
selected.
Okay.
This
So the only thing we need yet to do is insert a shape, and before we do, we're going to check the spelling.
my summer, all bookmarks, highlight comments, misspelled words, leisurely selected, early, leisurely, leisurely. Y selection deleted.
And that's it.
Comments,
So-
highlights, bookmarks, actions, activate words, leisurely, body, Helvetica care Leisury
Okay, that looks great.
Papa.
And then right after,
Cookouts and barbecues, date with new line. You can be sure to find us either in the pool or by it, perhaps with lemonade in hand, misspelled.
Maybe we'll put a shape up here after the subtitle.
New line in this document. New line. Cap up. New line.
So,
For unshare. Insert shape. Button. Text. Search. Button. Selected. Object. Animal. Nature. Food. Symbol. Education. Arts. Science. People. Places. Activities. Activities.
I don't know what kind of
selected.
activities they have.
Football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, tennis ball, football, baseball bat, tennis racket.
I mean, baseball goes
Double
along
tapped
with
cricket,
summer. We might go to a baseball game. If I can't find anything else, we'll use that.
hockey, skis, ping pong, bowling ball, archery, bicycle,
We like bowling too.
skateboard, surfboard, rowing,
Ooh, a surfboard.
surfboard,
There we go.
canvas, upper left shape handle, W, 0.8, upper right, middle left, selected, surfboard, text field.
There it is.
Add comment, add
And
title,
I'll
add cap format, deselect all.
Deselect it. All right, folks. Now,
Back button.
that's our
Pages.
document. And that is how you create the lab assignment.
Thanks for joining today's session. Didn't get your question answered? Have an additional comment or feedback? Email us info@ttjtech.biz or info@stiritup.com. And remember, stir is spelled with a U. That's STURITUP.com. Or check out our websites for additional resources. That's ttjtech.biz or stiritup.com. And remember, subscribe to the newsletter when you're there. That way, you don't miss out on any upcoming announcements or events. Thanks for joining us. God bless, and see you next time.